Hello and welcome to another edition of Conspirator Brock's Pull List. This is my pull list for the week of February 10th, 2021. Interesting day today. I had a root canal yesterday, and I had my first crown appointment today. So if I'm look a little weird over here, it's because I'm numb on this part of my face. So if I slur or look a little funny while doing this, it's because I'm still a little bit numb. It'll go away fairly quickly, but not for right now. So, some interesting news I'll get to a little later about the comic store, and a couple other things, but, hold on, gotta move something. Okay. But we'll get right into the pull list. So first up on my pull list this week is American Vampire number 1976, book 5. This is from Scott Snyder and Raphael Albuquerque, or Albuquerque, like it's the face. Yeah, it's great stuff. If you have not yet read American Vampire, you need to get on it. I don't know if they're still in print, but they're really, really good. The early stuff, if you can check it out. Next up, we have Steve Orlando's Commanders in Crisis number 5. I've been enjoying this for the most part. It's an interesting concept. It's not something that's super, super great, but it is enjoyable enough. Yeah. It's that time of year, and it's DC Love is a Battlefield. DC's doing their Valentine's Day 80-page giant thing, and yep, love is in the air for Valentine's Day. So can't wait to dive into that. I always like reading these because you get like a nice little story here and there. They're not all great, but there's occasionally a good like one, and you can kind of just can go back to it and enjoy it. Future State. Let's get through the Future State stuff. So Future State, Dark Detective number 3. More of what's happening with Bruce Wayne, who's Batman, who's dead, who's not dead, yeah. So I've been enjoying the Dark Detective stuff. I am caught up actually with all of my books except for The Dreaming, since we had that problem with issue 6 and in getting it, and so I'm waiting to get that before I read issue 7, which I have, and I'm stockpiling my Walking Dead deluxes because I read it in trade, so I need more of a chunk to read of Walking Dead, not just issue by issue by issue. So I have those to read as well. But otherwise, I am caught up completely on my new comic book single issue reading, except for the stuff that came out this week. So, woohoo! Next up, we have Future State Green Lantern number 2. I enjoyed the first one. It was engaging. I was like, woohoo, I'm reading Green Lantern again, because I honestly did not like Grant Morrison's run on Green Lantern, and I haven't picked it up. So I'm really excited for Green Lantern going out of Future State after Morrison. So I'm going to check that stuff out as well. But not that Morrison's bad, but I just couldn't get into his Green Lantern, which is sad because I like Liam Sharp's art. Next up, we have Future State Justice League number 2. I really enjoyed the first one. I'm curious to see where they take this. Especially this iteration of the Justice League, which isn't the Justice League. So, but it's good stuff. I really enjoy it. Next up is one of the books that I did not like the first issue, so I'm not too excited for the next one. But luckily, they're only 2 issues long, and that's the Future State Kara Zor-El Superwoman. I was not a huge fan of the first issue. The second issue hopefully will do some justice to the story that they were telling. But overall, that's probably the one that's I'm most just not okay with. So yeah. Next up, we have Future State Robin Eternal number 2. I thought I wasn't gonna like this book, but I actually enjoyed this book. It's a really good read, so check it out. We have Future State Superman Wonder Woman number 2. Again, it's the Superman Wonder Woman team up book. It's fine. It tells a good Superman Wonder Woman story. It's all good. Next up is the one that people are going to be probably a buzz about, and that's Future State Teen Titans number 2. One it was basically a speculator book because it's the first appearance of the Red X in DC continuity, in actual DC continuity, and so people just had to have that issue. There's a second print out that sold out quick. They're most likely going to go to a third print on that one. So if you didn't get a chance to get it to read, wait for the third print, or see if your shop's going to order some and make sure that they order one for you. But I did enjoy the Teen Titans, or Future State Teen Titans number 1. It was a good read, so I cannot wait to dive into issue 2 and see where it goes from there. Next up is Origins, number 4 of 6 from Boom Studios. This is basically kind of just a really weird post-apocalyptic book about a robot raising a clone, and just what happens to that clone. And then it's not just that clone that she's raised multiple. So it's really interesting, the dynamic of Origins. So I'm curious to see where they take it. Next up is Tom King. Love Tom King. George Fornes art is amazing, and that's Rorschach, number 5 of 8. Just, what can I say? This book is amazing. If you're not reading Rorschach, I don't know. It should be on everyone's pull list. It's amazing. Tom King's work should be on everybody's pull list. It's just great. Next up is a nice tail end to my pull list. First book's by Scott Snyder. The last book on it's by Scott Snyder and Charles Soule, and that's Undiscovered Country, number 12. Yeah, the world is opening up. We're developing it more, so I'm really curious to see. I know there's a lot of text-heavy stuff in some of these books that I just kind of gleam over, and maybe I should go check back out. If any of you are reading that text stuff from Undiscovered Country, let me know what you think of it. But I like Undiscovered Country. I cannot wait to dive in and see where this issue takes us. A couple other things. I did grab a reading item this week, and that is Kyle Higgins' A Radiant Black, number 1 from Image. Image is going to be coming up with a lot of number 1s going forward, so I'm most likely going to have a bunch of those on my reading list, because the nice thing with Image number 1s is they let us order as many as we want. There's a returnability aspect to it, so we normally order a lot and see how it does, and then kind of gauge from there what we're going to order for an issue 2. Deep Beyond was the book I read last week. I actually enjoyed it. It was a really good read. I did not actually end up taking it for my pull list. I'm going to be very picky about that going forward. But I did enjoy the story, and it's definitely something that when I'm going to try and read issue 2, and if issue 2 still snags me, then I'm most likely going to just do that one as a trade read. I know it's bad to do that because the single issue sales are what kind of drives trade sales in the first place, stuff getting made to be in trade. But Deep Beyond and all of these Image titles will most likely get at least their 1 graphic novel, if not 2, if they continue past issue 6. I also got, so I got some variants this week, and I'll do the other stuff I got after this. First one is I liked the American Vampire 1976 variant, so I grabbed that one up for number 5. I like the Future State Justice League number 2. Thought that was an awesome cover there. I picked up the Kara Zor-El Superwoman number 2, just because it was an awesome cover. Yeah, I'm a sucker. That's it. Terry Dotson did the Future State Superman Wonder Woman variant cover for issue 2, so I snagged that one up. Of course, the Teen Titans number 2, Future State Teen Titans number 2 had the Red X variant, which I think a lot of people are going to want to try and snag up. We have Rorschach number 5 has an awesome variant right there. Just amazing on that one. And of course, Undiscovered Country had a variant as well, so I snagged that one up. I have been starting to order my Star Wars books, the actual novels, through Diamond, because it's just easier for me to get them at the comic store. And the new High Republic YA novel came out by Claudia Gray, and that is Into the Dark. So this is the YA novel by Claudia Gray. She's known for doing Lost Skies? Lost Stars. It's up over there, so I gotta look. Yeah, I enjoy Claudia Gray's work on the Star Wars books. It's amazing. It's funny though, this one is not from Del Rey. This is actually from Disney Lucasfilm Press, an imprint of Buena Vista Books, Inc. So I'm curious to see if the YA stuff is the Disney stuff that's being released, Disney's doing it, and then the Del Rey is doing this stuff that's like normal novels and stuff. But I can't wait to dive into this. I have been reading the Star Wars High Republic Marvel comic. Issue 2 was good. I enjoyed it. And the Adventures issue that came out, Star Wars Adventures High Republic, was good as well. So if your store didn't order enough copies of Adventures, Star Wars Adventures High Republic, head over to comicsconspiracy.biz. We have plenty of extra copies left, and you can snag one up there. And it's great for kids too. Yes. I did get my first Kickstarter book delivered this past Friday. I did do an unboxing video for it, so I'll put a link in the description below for you guys. No, I'm not. It's on the channel. Go find it on the channel. I'm not doing that. We're going to have more stuff on the link. So, but I did get Esther Pan. It did come out last week for sale in shops. But this is my copy that I got, which has the exclusive Peach Momoko variant cover, which is technically the cover to issue 2 of this that was released. It's really well done. It looks amazing. I started reading a little bit of it, as you can see there, and I just enjoyed it. It was fun. A lot of the stuff, like the swag that came with it, I have it displayed up here. So we got the squeeze ball, we got a patch, there's a coin, there's a pin, there's some there's a print that came with it, there's a book plate back here, and then there's a sketchbook over here. Really well done. Check out my video on that. I can't wait to get the other Kickstarters that I've backed this past COVID 2020 year, and those will start rolling in. But yeah, good stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this week. The little bit of news I have is, so the comic book store, Comics Conspiracy, was in the San Francisco Chronicle today in the morning because of a tweet that went semi-viral and is still potentially going viral. Ryan Higgins, my boss and friend, posted yesterday afternoon. I'll put a link in the description below to the San Francisco Chronicle article and the actual tweet that he tweeted. But he basically was tweeting out against the whole against people that are against minimum wage. I think he had seen a tweet from somebody that had a picture of a Kroger's self checkout, and I believe Kroger's has been like, if we have to go to $15 an hour, this is what your checkout's going to look like, self checkout. It sparked him to basically put out this tweet that said, I pay my employees $16.30 an hour, and this is my store. And yeah, we might be a small shop, an owner and 2 employees, but we're doing well, and we're not suffering. We're not, down in the dumps, with regards to like the shop's condition. I thought back issues would always be the job security at the comic book store, but apparently online sales is where it's at. So I have a lot of work to do tomorrow because this went viral, especially with the article, and tons of people have bought stuff. So I have two magazine boxes full, and a diamond box full of stuff that I have to ship out, and that's just of what I checked in with on my way home from my dentist appointment. So yeah, tons of stuff to ship out tomorrow. Woohoo! But yeah, so go check that out. Again, there'll be a link in the description below. It's funny when stuff like this kind of happens, and right now the running joke is he had to shut off his notifications because it was just blowing up. And he's like, somebody let me know else or some other way if AOC retweets me. So who knows? But yeah, that's it for this week. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you have any comments or questions, leave them down in the comment section below. Keep it nice, keep it whatever, the internet's kind of place anyway, so let's keep it as clean as possible. You can listen to me on the Comics Conspiracy podcast. We just finished recording episode 487, and we were talking pretty much all WandaVision last night, with episodes mainly focusing on episodes 4 and 5, because we didn't really get a chance to talk last week because we had the interview with Joshua Williamson for Infinite Frontier, which you hopefully got a copy ordered, but hopefully your store just upped their order because it's going to be awesome. Hopefully I get to read it tomorrow, but we'll see. Yeah, love the advanced copies. So there's a lot of stuff going on with that, but we talked WandaVision and whether or not they're going to bring a villain in. You can listen to the whole thing, but I'm kind of
I kind of have 3 things that I think that they can go with, maybe 4. Yeah, one is like way left field. One is, that's what was happening anyway. And the other 2 are kind of like in the middle. So who knows? We'll see what happens. The new WandaVision drops this Friday, so I can't wait to watch that. Expanse is over though, so I don't have anything to watch tonight. Woohoo! But it's okay. I'm playing Final Fantasy VII, and man, playing on 3 times speed and like being a little more aware of how to play RPGs and like what to do. Man, I am blowing through this game so fast, and it's just I was never at the level I was at when I was a kid playing, or was I like a late teen playing this game. So it definitely goes to show you that, you know, sometimes you do need experience and time to get better at stuff. But yeah, and so I'll have a link in the description below for the episode of the Comics Conspiracy Podcast for 487. You can help me and my fellow conspirators out through Patreon at www.patreon.com/comicsconspiracy. For as little as $1 a month, you help us with hosting fees and getting products. So thank you very much to all of our Patreon backers. It helps out so much, and it helps keep me in what Craig P. Anderson calls my lavish lifestyle. Dude, if you could see the rest of this house right now, there's nothing lavish about it. And half the time I feel like this whole thing's going to just fall on me or just collapse down and then fold in on me. Yeah, it's like that. I have a dog right here that wants attention, so yeah, I see you. They probably want to see you, but I'm not going to let them right now. Because I got to finish my outro. Okay? Let me finish my outro. You can help me out as well by visiting any of the Amazon links here at conspiratorrock.com. Again, remember there's that Astro Pan unboxing video I did for that the Kickstarter of it, so go check that out. You can also head over to my eBay page where I'm purging stuff. I need to actually go through and do another kind of purge and then post up some things to get rid of. But yeah, and then what else do I do? You can normally follow me on Twitter, but I'm still suspended. It's been over 100. I think I'm on day 121 as of today. I did send a message on Monday this week to Twitter support, and I got a reply, an auto reply that says, "We are reviewing your case." So who knows how long that's going to take, or if they're actually doing it. So we'll see if I file another appeal and it turns into another ticket. So without me actually talking to anybody. One day I'll be back on Twitter, I think. One day. Gotta have hope, right? Because I miss out on all the good stuff. But yeah. Thanks for watching. And I'm still reading Sky Hunter by Marie Lu. I need to finish this up for the teen read week for the high school I work at. But yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I'm about a little over halfway through. Yeah, it's pretty good stuff. So thanks for watching. And I'll see you next week. But do you want to obliterate? Here, come here. I'll let you see him. Come on. Hi. Yes. You're just a big baby. You're just a big old baby. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. What? You gonna snort all over my beard? Thank you.